I'm Eva Mendes, and you're watching ED MAGIK TV.
It's simple to see it's ED MAGIK TV, so the world can believe it's ED MAGIK TV. It's simple to see it's ED MAGIK TV, so the world can believe it's ED MAGIK TV.
Hi, Pete Allman here with Celebrity Scene News, right here on ED MAGIK TV. We're at Groman's Chinese Theater at the AFI FEST. Tonight's a special night. Tonight we're going to view The Road, a tribute to Viggo Mortensen. At the same time, The Bad Lieutenant, Port of Calls in New Orleans. We'll talk to some of the actors, like Val Kilmer, in the films, and we'll find out what it was like for them to be in the films, what the parts meant, and what their philosophy is on energy and a whole bunch of other things. Check it out. So, this was an interesting film, and at the same time, Nicolas Cage, the chemistry. Tell us about that.
I worked with Nick on Ghost Rider a couple years ago, and we just get along, and I love his weirdness. I think he's very unique and weird, and I love that. And I'm also a fan of his earlier work, like Vampire's Kiss, Wild at Heart. So I knew that if I did this film with him and Werner, it was going to be a party, basically.
Who's a tougher bad cop, the Bad Lieutenant or Denzel Washington from Training Day?
Oh, God, that's a fight I wouldn't want to see. Oh, boy.
And you were one of the top searches on Zimbio.com. Why do you think people are so interested in you?
Oh, God, I have no idea. I didn't even know that. Cool. I really don't know.
What are they looking up?
I know. I don't even want to know what they're looking up.
When I was talking to the producers about the set in New Orleans, they were telling me how they're very conscious about saving energy and about, this whole thing, this green movement is very important. But as an individual, how are you helping out, with recycling in the environment?
Oh, for me, it's actually second nature because I was raised in a very lower middle class family. We weren't poor, but we had hand-me-downs, and we certainly didn't have anything luxurious. But we had food, and we had, the essentials and a roof over our head, of course. But my mother, out of necessity, is the great recyclist. And now she's like, she tells me, everybody's recycling and reusing. I started that, because we would always be like, Mom, we don't, she would never throw anything away. And that's how she raised us. Until this day, I don't throw out anything. Not an old pair of shoes, not anything. I literally recycle everything in my house. And I don't waste napkins because we didn't have money for napkins. It was only for a nice, you'd only use a napkin on like a holiday or something, or like a paper towel. She would be like, no. So I use rags in my home because, that's how I was raised.
What's the greatest
Your new movie's coming out. Your new movie's coming out.
I have a great film with Keira Knightley coming out in a couple months called Last Night.
What's the greatest treasure you found in your old stash?
Old stash.
You said you save everything. What's the greatest old treasure?
No, I didn't say I save everything. I said I recycle. I never throw anything away. So that means I give it away. Nothing ever goes in my trash can, like old shoes, an old rug. Even if you think it's worn, it'll work somewhere. It'll work somewhere.
What are you doing for the holidays, trying to stay in health? Like, what are you doing to stay healthy during?
Okay, this is my big holiday secret. Is what I do is I eat before I go to a holiday party. I go with a full stomach of like fish or veggies or whatever it is I have at home that's, good. So when I get there, I probably have I'll nosh on something, but it's not going to be disastrous,
Right. The indulgence though, like the skinny cow ice cream sandwiches or something like that?
No, if I go hard. I go for the real sugar, yeah. Actually, Uncle Eddie's does a great vegan chocolate chip cookie.